Seems like sometimes I don't know, it's not really a lot of work, but man, those videos they sure do take a long time. I mean, there's like I probably got about 10 of them I need to upload, but with the holidays and stuff, I haven't really had a lot of time to do it. So I don't know, maybe pretty soon I'll get some more of them up there, Kyoso.
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, I often wonder what this thing sounds like on the internet. There, you hear yourself talk. It sounds kind of cool, but yeah, I like the looks of that radio you got there, and I just happened to catch that on there, and I thought it was pretty nice there. And I'm happy I could actually catch you out here and talk to you a little bit there, and just wanted to compliment your station there. Sounds choice. I wish I had one sitting in front of me here. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. Well, it's yeah. I've had this one. I don't know, for about 4 years or so. Maybe about 4 years. I've had it for a while. I'm pretty happy with it. It's it runs pretty good, and I don't really have nothing bad to say about it. So I'm real happy with the way it works. I did have to send it back and had to let him fix it one time, but that was kind of my fault there. But other than that, it's all good, Kyoso.
Yeah, QSL there, Larry. You got the G on this and Juliet Alpha Yankee QSL.
Yeah, I got that J. Yeah, well, it's I did start a video here a minute ago, so you can see. I got a. It's probably gonna take me a while to load it up, so I mean, don't look for it for a few days, but I'll get to it. I'll get to it once once it's in line. Like I said, I got about 10 to do, so they do take some time. And one thing about it, I won't sit here and watch them upload. I'll start them and go take off and do something else. QSL.
Yeah, QSL and that, Larry. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you talked to 4020 there in Cocoa Beach. He's got the 1000 there, and I think that one sounds just as good as the one you're talking on there. And like I said, I know what you guys are talking. I love the sound quality. I'm sure you got your stuff and all that, but definitely
Yeah, I do hear 4020 out there every so often. It's usually it's real late in the day is when I hear him. Like over here right now, it's 12. The local time is 12 o'clock, and I usually hear him maybe like 4 or so on the local side. But yeah, usually pretty late in the day. But yeah, he's got a good sound station too. I don't know if I got any videos of him or not, but there is a few of them up there. But anyways, let me stand by for a sec. I heard a QSK in there. I believe that's one of the stations out of Texas there. So let me stand by for a sec and see if he's still around.
356, located here in North Texas.
Yeah, I thought I heard you in there. 356. Well, good day to you. Always got a good copy on you. About a 57 over here on my side, QSL. It's 06 or yeah, World Radio 06.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this the name is SID, and located here in Wichita Falls, Texas. And I'm not hearing any of the stations that you're chatting with. And I just heard you in there and enjoying your audio there. I got the headphones on here, and yeah, I like that audio there.
Oh yeah, well, appreciate it, Sid. Yeah, yeah, well, I've talked to you out there a few times before, but yeah, the station out there right now, that 735J is in Wisconsin, I believe he said. And there's a few of them. There's a few of them out there. The other one in Kentucky, he was a little bit lower in signal than you guys are, but yeah, there's a few of them out there. But it's pretty quiet. The way how propagation's been lately, it's kind of hit and miss. I got a little bit of static out there, not too much, but the stations that are out there are real hit and miss. They're kind of all directions out there right now, QSL.
I hear that. And what's the name again? Jog my memory. What's the name?
Larry. Lima Alpha Romeo Yankee.
Yeah, okay, Larry. I keep a little computer log here, and
struggling to. Every time I type in 06, everything I ended in the year 2006 pops up. So I'm having some problem here. But anyway, Larry, if you don't mind saying there, what equipment are you running?
It's a FT 2000, just the regular model, not the D. So FT 2000, and the antenna's 8-element quad. I don't really have it looking at you in over there in Texas either. I still got it pointed up there towards the Great Lake area. But yeah, 8-element quad and FT 2000, and let's see, and then microphone is a PR40. I use a Heil PR40, then I go to, let's see, there's about 7 pieces of audio gear in front of that, but it goes, let's see, I go preamp to a compressor, to a sonic maximizer, to an effects processor, to a EQ, then to a compressor limiter into the radio, so all that stuff right there, but yeah, the radio is a FT 2000 QSL. Yeah, that was one of them, and in the Echo Tango Club, I got kind of bumped up to it's now 006. So that is another call, 2 Echo Tango 006 QSL.
I think I finally figured out your Larry, and I enjoy that audio. I sure do. I play around with it. I don't have none of the fancy stuff there. Some of the guys here in town call it the Walmart gear, the 8-band EQ from Julius, and the EQ Plus from IHY box here. But the radio, Icon 746 Pro, and I can't remember, Marshall R144 ribbon mic. So kind of playing with different microphones here. I haven't had this microphone on too often, but we thought we'd put it on and play with it while they're on.
Oh yeah, well that sounds good. And I also have a one of those W2 IHY 8-band EQs. Actually, I have 2 of them. I had one I got from him, and ran that on an AM transmitter for a while, and then I ended up getting a second one in a trade. The plan was going to be I was going to hook it up in the Mobile up to a Kenwood TS480 that I have in there, but it hasn't happened yet. But I do have 2 of them sitting around here. But it's pretty good. And I like the way they work. What's nice about them is you don't really have to do a lot of adapting to make it do its job. It's kind of, being that it's kind of already set up for these kind of radios, it makes it pretty easy to run. The other stuff is kind of sometimes it gets to be kind of touchy. You gotta, making chords for it and stuff, and I make a few chokes for it to get some noise I had in there out, and it, setting the levels right and all that stuff. It's the other one's a lot more easier to use than this stuff is, but either way, with either kind, the thing is, once you get it talking good, just leave it alone, QSL.
I know what you mean there, Larry. I have had some problems with some little bit of RF from different chords there, and finally put on a bunch of the toroids and things to kind of cut down on some of that type of interference getting back into the station here. But no, I've enjoyed the IHY gear, and it's not top of the line, but it probably do as much as I want to do there. I know you're running that big old big beam antenna. I'm just running a vertical stick here, but boy, your signal is just fantastic here, Larry. And I was just rolling around and on the lower sideband, and I had the scope on the small signal scope here on the radio and run across you that way. So you was on the upper side of it. That's pretty amazing there. That's quite an antenna you got there to get that signal out and with that fine audio. Just a fantastic job there, Larry.
Yeah, well, appreciate it. I moved the antenna a little bit towards you, so it was about maybe moved it 10, maybe like let's see, what was that? About 15, maybe 15, 20 degrees. So right now I got it looking right at you right now. So I don't know if that makes a difference, but I do appreciate it. And yeah, I've actually been thinking about pulling this antenna down. I've been working on one on the computer program that I have, and I kind of finally got it looking the way I want it to look, and so I'm sure once I get some free time around here, I'm probably going to pull this thing down and swap it out with one just a little hair bit, a little hair longer to break.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Yeah, I can tell you, those 2 degrees, you probably got an extra dB out of you there. It was pretty much steady there at about 20 over there, Larry. So I don't know how you could prove much there. Well, it's all the propagation is just sound like it's just fantastic from here in North Texas there in California. But anyway, Larry, I know you had some other stations in there. I'll get out of here and let her go. And good to hear you out there. And I always try to pick out those fine sounding stations like yours there, Larry. And it's just doing a bang-up job. And I appreciate it. Those folks have put in a lot of work and effort into their equipment there. I can tell when you key up that you have done that. So I do appreciate that, Larry. Anyway, take care. I hope you had a fine Christmas and Happy New Year to you. This is 356. We'll be clear.
Yeah. Okay. Sid. Yeah. Yeah. Well, appreciate it. Appreciate all the compliments, and it does make it worthwhile because sometimes it is a little bit of work, but then too it's one of those kind of things we slave on. But I don't know. That's how hobbies are. It's one thing. With hobbies, like at work we were talking one day about hot rods and stuff like that, and sometimes I can't believe the prices they charge for some of these rinky-dink parts and stuff. But I was telling those guys it's the same way with radios. You think of something, something small that you wouldn't think would cost a lot, and sometimes it might cost you an arm and a leg. I said, but it's the way our hobbies are, and usually people that are into it, they don't really care what they got to do to get it. So it gets kind of bad the way some people might go buy a new radio instead of paying an electric bill or something like that. Then it gets to be a problem. I guess it gets to be a little bit more than a habit like that, I guess. But that's probably a little bit more of an addiction right there. But I do appreciate it, Sid. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'll let you get to it, and happy holidays and all that. And I'm gonna swing this thing back up there towards Great Lakes and see if Jay's still listening up there. But I did hear you in their call. Actually, I think I heard you before he keyed up, but he was the one that answered me. So we'll see. But anyways, have a good day, Sid. And I'm back QRT swinging back up there towards Michigan or Wisconsin.
Okay, bye-bye, Larry.
You still by, Jay?
Yeah, QSL there, Larry. I'm still hanging in there.
Yeah, I heard. Actually, I heard Sid key up before you did. I got the antenna back up your way now. But and then I heard him. He broke in there again. So I didn't want to leave him hanging too long. But yeah, no, I got like I said, I had a video going still. So maybe in a few days I'll be off work tomorrow, so that'll give me some time to do some uploading. But I'm sure within I don't know, a couple of days, maybe at the most, it should be. You ought to be able to check it out.
Yeah, okay, sounds good there, Larry. Yeah, we're just running an RCI 2950DX there with an Antron 99, about 42 feet in the air, and LD 104, and we're running about 160 whiskeys at you there, Larry.
Oh yeah, QSL on that. I have a few 2950s too. That's a pretty good radio. I like those things. I did have one in the Mobile. I ended up taking it out. I actually use that on my that's my workbench radio now. I got it. That's what I use to check things out with, But yeah, it's a pretty good radio. And what I like about them is they talk good AM too. That's one thing about sometimes radios will talk. You might get one that talks real good AM, but then you put it on sideband, and it doesn't work too good there. And then sometimes you get one that talks real good sideband talking radio, and then you drop it on AM, and they don't sound like nothing. But the 2950 seems to work pretty good all around QSL. Oh yeah, well they work pretty good. The 2970 works good too. I don't have any of those. I've used them before and have worked on them a little bit, but the older 2970s are pretty good and pretty stable. They're good talking radios, but I kind of like the newer one. I do know some people that have had some problems with the newer one though, the 2970 N2. I knew a guy that had got one, and that thing, man, it wouldn't stay together for nothing. It kept on, time after time, he kept losing his watts with it, and kind of figured out what it was, and it went back to the factory because it was pretty new when it happened, and they returned it, did the same thing. Went back and forth a few times. So I had a friend of mine and looked at it, and we kind of figured out what was going on with that thing, and it was a bias problem that was in those things. So once he straightened the bias up on it, it was pretty good after that. But and they show some pretty decent watts too. And the thing about them is they're still they're pretty clean radios, the way they talk and the way how the signal looks on the scope and stuff. They're pretty clean radios, and they're pretty much they don't drift or nothing like that, so they're pretty stable too. But yeah, that 2970 N2 is a pretty neat one. I kind of like that. But the 2950s, the ones I have, I got an older one, an older orange one, and then I got a newer 2950 DX, the one with the green display. So I kind of like the green display one better. It just looks better, but both of them perform pretty good. Like I said, I got no complaints on that one. I think I lost you there. I think I lost you that time there, Jay. But anyways, I'll cut you loose. I know conditions they are changing a little bit because I've noticed the last couple of minutes it has gone down a little. So I don't have quite the signal on you that I did. But anyways, if you still got a grip on me, I'll get this video up there later on, and you'll check it out and see. It'll be I'll probably label it. It'll be a 735J, and then I'll probably have it'll probably be also 356 Mr. Sid down there in Texas. So be looking for that one. So anyways, Jay, have a good day. If you still got a grip, this is World Radio 06. I'm back QRT to give me another cup of coffee.
Okay, Larry, that's 361 if you got a grip on me there, Larry. Thank you very much.
How do I find that, Larry?
I'll be looking forward to that video. Thank you.
Okay, it was 36. Whatever. I forgot where I got 735 from. Okay, 361, Mr. J. You said is that a QSL?
QSL there, Larry. That's 361. And again, thank you very much for the QSL. I hope to catch you out here again, Larry. They're very nice talking to you.
Yeah, QSL. All right. Well, yeah, I got a grip on you that time. I don't know why it dropped out before, but yeah, that'll work, and I will get this up too. And Sid, that's if you look up number 6 of the boys was the YouTube page. So it's NUMBER 6 OFTHEBOYS QSL.
Say it again.
It's number 6 of the boys. It's all one word. So when you go on YouTube, if you search number 6 of the boys, and I'll spell it. It's NUMBER 6OFTHEBOYS. So it's NUMBER OF or NUMBER 6OFTHEBOYS. So number.